mostly be healthy with a lot of our guys for the most part, I think was important. And I think that chemistry has been building throughout camp. By no means do I think we've arrived or anything, and I look forward to us continuing to build and grow together out on the field on Sunday, and each week just get a little bit better and get one step closer.
Into the regular season, what's your process for evaluating yourself after each game?
It's a good question. I think it's in the NFL, things happen fast, turnarounds fast, so the process is very expedited. I think I always watch the film the night of the game, whether we're traveling back or sitting in my bed with my wife or whatever. Like, I'm always got to finish watching the game before I go to bed, and then we'll come in and kind of go through it again with the coaches, and then it's pretty much turn the page. You got to hash out the things that you can fix. And don't dwell on it at the same time and just trying to get better. But it's pretty fast and furious once week one hits. It's just go, 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 go. And you feel that sense of urgency right away on Monday when you watch the tape, and then you're already talking about the next opponent. So it's quick, but you got to be mindful of it so that you can't let things slip too much.
Do you ever incorporate stats with that film, or is it mostly film as you're evaluating yourself?
Film, yeah. It's pretty much all film. Stats are going to lie to you sometimes. They're going to tell the truth sometimes, and you can't get caught up in the results on that end. You just, what could I have done better? Where could I be more accurate or better decision-making? All those things, and it's truly strictly on the film.
When you say the offense isn't there yet, do you find that in the regular season that process can speed up because you're getting those game reps as opposed to training camp? Or training camp, you have practice every day, so where do you think the majority of the growth happens?
The growth happens on the field, in a game. I think you do everything you can to be prepared, and I feel that we are very prepared. So I don't want to say by any means that we're not prepared for that, but I do think that growth, that natural growth of coming together within a game with understanding how we're going to call a game and how coaches wants to attack a defense, all of those things kind of finally come to fruition on a Sunday. And then from there, it's okay, let's build it from here type of thing. And so I think once we're out there on Sunday afternoon, that's when we'll start to see what we're made of, see where we're at, and then keep building from there.
And you and Terry had a late start in terms of developing your connection. Where do you feel like you two are in that process?
I feel good. With what he brings to the table. He makes my life easy a lot. I can already tell that. So I look forward to seeing that live on a Sunday and just seeing what he can do down the field with the ball in his hands underneath, all of those things. And I definitely feel good with the chemistry there.
What did Doug Pederson mean to you coming into the league and being a young quarterback?
Yeah, he meant a lot. With the kind of whirlwind that year was, learning I was the starter 8 days before the season, all those things. He meant a lot. I thought he was a great coach, great guy, fun to be around, meant a lot over the years. Went through a lot of good and some of the bad, obviously, all together, but it means a lot to me.
What has it been like this week? Ron was saying that he was going to maybe pick your brain about their offense or try to get any tips.
Yeah, obviously it's an offense I know a lot about, been around, been involved with, and so there's some of that. There's always some of that kind of everywhere you go. But I think this week will be fun to compete against him, to see him, and not just say him. There's other familiar faces on that side of the ball that I've worked with in the past, so it'll be fun to compete against him.
So you're new here, but the name's new as well. As the first game as the Washington Commanders. Any particular excitement to be in kind of the face of that new era?
I think it's cool. I think we talk about football. So it's you can lose sight of some of those things, but at the same time, I think it's cool to be involved in something new. I think, and that's what we look forward to. Going out there with a new sense of a mission, so to speak, and a new purpose to some extent. But I think guys are excited for it. Guys are excited for week one, and you can kind of get lost in those things, knowing, hey, this is football. This is week one. We got to go win a game. But hopefully, we put a good product out there and give people something to cheer about.
You face the Jaguars, obviously, when you're in the AFC South, but what is it about a Doug Pederson coach team that kind of makes it hard to play against?
Yeah, I think he always is a very offensive-minded coach, great coach, a lot of respect for him over the years. And so, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Obviously, it's different D coordinator. It's some different pieces over there. But, I know he'll have his guys ready. I always felt ready when I played for him. So I know his offense will be ready to do some good things. I'm confident in our defense at the same time. But it'll be fun to, like I said, it'll be fun to compete against them.
Following up on what Matt asked, what can you actually tell what can you tell teammates? What can you tell coaches about kind of preparing for a team like that? Both what you faced last year and kind of Doug and your history.
Nah, I can't tell you all those things.
Carson, does it mean anything to you that you're playing Jacksonville this week, knowing how you faced them at the end of last year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's obviously makes for a fun story and all that. But for me, it's week one. It's week one. It's another football game. Last year was last year. It was a different team. I was with a different team. They were coached by a different coach. A lot of new things, a lot of new. And so for me, this is an entirely new script that we're starting off and hopefully starting the right way.
And from a chemistry perspective, I guess, just with your receivers and the offense in general, like how do you feel it is compared to your previous spots where, especially in Philly where you kind of knew guys year in, year out?
Yeah, I think every year's been different for me. I think in Philly, there was a lot of carryover at times. I think last year I had no training camp. I had an injury, so I'm thankful that I got to be out there. Got to be out there practicing and learning the guys, learning how they get in and out of breaks and routes and route discipline and all those things, and get to talk ball in a different way because I'm out there firsthand. So I think for me, every year's been a little bit different. I've been very encouraged by the guys this year. A lot of young guys, but a lot of eagerness to get better, to learn, to keep growing together. And so it's been fun to get out there on the practice field, and I look forward to that continuing to carry over into the game.
When you look at when the offense starts to click, what are some of the things you're going to start to see as signs that it is going in the right direction? What would you see?
Yeah, I mean, obviously putting up points is obviously first and foremost, but I think almost everywhere I've been, the offense goes. A lot has to do with the offensive line. I think, and I have so much confidence in these guys and their ability to protect, to open up the holes in the run game, and I think I'm grateful for them, and I'm looking forward to playing behind those guys. So I think a offensive front versus a defensive front is an often overlooked battle that I think you can kind of tell how the game's going with who's winning those battles in the trenches, and I look forward to seeing our guys compete down there.
Because of like last year, you said hurt in camp and all that, and then a couple of years ago it was pandemic. Do you feel like you had more of a chance to show who you are to the team and all that earlier because it's maybe a more normal situation?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think everybody would probably agree with that because it is no protocols, no this, that, and the other, and we're actually able to sit and have lunch together, and we're able to actually go to each other's house and go out to eat and go do relatively normal things, the things that make this game fun, honestly, building those relationships, building that chemistry. So yeah, I think without a doubt it's been a little bit different, a little bit more normalized, so to speak, and that's been a fun part of it for me.
We talk a lot about starting fast and all that goes into it. Is there actually one key to doing that? Certain things that you guys got to do? I mean, what actually does go into ensuring you guys start
I wish
fast?
there was a foolproof method for that. Been a part of places where we do start fast and some where we don't. I think for us this week, there's a lot of unknown over there with a new defensive coordinator, new pieces, a lot of new position players over there. So we're going to put our best foot forward. And we're confident in what we're going to call, and I'll let Coach Turner kind of handle that. But it might not be perfect early. We got to figure out what they're going to do, just like they're going to try and figure out what we're trying to do. And every game, every week is going to be different. Our goal is to come out and start fast, to convert third downs, to stay on the field, all of those things. But every week's different. But I'm confident that Coach Turner will put us in the right place to succeed, and we just got to execute. Right. Cool. Thank you, guys.
I really wanted to ask you about your escape route strategy. Simple enough.
My daughter does want to with me then. John, I noticed that you picked up. So you gotta watch it before bed. You're like, oh.